What if the moon disappeared? For as long as humans have looked up at the sky, the moon has been there. It has been our night light, our calendar, our storyteller, and our silent partner in the cosmos. But imagine this. One night, you look up, and the moon is gone. No explosion, no fading away, simply vanished. What would happen to Earth, to life, and to us? The answer is a story of science, chaos, and the hidden ways the moon holds our world together. The first change would be obvious: darkness. Right now, the moon reflects sunlight, sometimes brightly enough to read by. Without it, nights would be 20 times darker. The Milky Way would glow more vividly, but the landscapes we know would vanish into pitch black. For astronomers, it would be paradise. For animals, it would be disaster. Nocturnal predators like lions, owls, and wolves hunt more effectively in moonlight. Prey animals move cautiously when the moon is full. Without moonlight, this rhythm collapses. Some species would overhunt, others would fail to adapt. Even insects like moths, which navigate by the moon's glow, would lose their compass. Sea turtles, guided by moonlight to the ocean, would wander lost inland. Birds that migrate using lunar cues would be disoriented. A missing moon would ripple through the food chain in weeks, destabilizing ecosystems across the globe. But the moon does more than shine. Its gravity pulls at Earth, creating tides. Twice a day, oceans rise and fall as the moon's gravity drags water around the globe. These tides feed coastal ecosystems, carve landscapes, and shape human life. Without the moon, tides would shrink to 1/3 of their strength, driven only by the sun. Coastal wetlands would dry up. Shellfish and crabs, which depend on tidal rhythms, would vanish. Fishermen would lose ancient patterns of harvesting. Entire cultures that grew along the coasts would have to adapt or collapse. Humanity's relationship with the ocean would be rewritten. And yet, tides are only part of the moon's influence. The moon is Earth's stabilizer. Our planet tilts at 23.5 degrees, creating seasons. Without the moon, that tilt would wobble chaotically over millions of years. Sometimes Earth might lean only a few degrees, freezing the tropics and softening the poles. Other times it might tilt to 45 degrees, roasting continents in endless summers and burying others in brutal winters. Agriculture would falter. Civilizations might never have survived such chaos. The moon is our gyroscope, steadying Earth's spin in the void. Even our days are shaped by the moon. Long ago, Earth spun faster. A day lasted only 18 hours. Tidal friction with the moon slowed us to 24. Without it, Earth's spin would quicken again over millions of years. Days might shrink to 19 or 20 hours. Plants, animals, and even humans live by 24-hour rhythms. Change that, and sleep cycles, feeding cycles, and growth itself would unravel. Evolution would be forced into a frantic new tempo. Now think about eclipses. One of the greatest spectacles in nature is the solar eclipse, when the moon passes perfectly in front of the sun. This miracle happens because the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun but also 400 times closer, a perfect match. Without the moon, eclipses would vanish. Humanity would lose one of its most awe-inspiring connections to the universe. But the loss would not only be scientific. It would be cultural. Since the dawn of history, humans have told stories about the moon. The word month itself comes from moon. Farmers planted crops by lunar cycles. Festivals marked full moons. Religions worshipped moon deities: Artemis, Chandra, Thoth, Selene. Without the moon, calendars would be built differently. Myths of werewolves, moon goddesses, and lunar magic would vanish. Poets would lose one of their most powerful symbols. Humanity's imagination would be dimmer. Consider art. From Van Gogh's Starry Night to countless haiku, the moon has inspired creativity. Music, literature, and cinema all use the moon as a symbol of love, mystery, and longing. Take it away, and a hole opens in human culture. Lovers would no longer whisper under the same moonlit sky. Children would not marvel at crescents and full moons. Humanity would feel a loss deeper than science, a loss of wonder. And evolution itself owes something to the moon. Many scientists believe life's first steps onto land were tied to tides. Early organisms left tidal pools in search of food. Without tides, perhaps that leap never would have happened. Without the moon, there might be no humans to ask the question at all. But what if the moon disappeared today? Humanity would scramble to adapt. We might build artificial lights to mimic moonlight for animals. Engineers could attempt to create tidal generators to replace the moon's pull. Artificial satellites might be launched to stabilize Earth's tilt, acting as mechanical moons. But such solutions would cost trillions, and none could truly replace the moon's natural balance. In the long run, Earth would grow unstable. Climate chaos would reshape continents. Oceans would stagnate without strong tides. Ecosystems would weaken. Humanity might survive through technology, but at the cost of constant struggle. The moon is not just convenient, it is essential. Still, scientifically, the moon will not vanish. It is drifting away at 3.8 centimeters per year. Billions of years from now, eclipses will stop, and tides will weaken. But in our lifetime, the moon remains a faithful companion. So what if the moon disappeared? Nights would darken, tides would fade, climates would swing, myths would vanish, and evolution itself might have been impossible. The moon is not just decoration in the sky. It is Earth's anchor, protector, and partner in the dance of life. Next time you see the moon rise, take a moment. That glowing rock has shaped your world, your culture, and your very existence. The moon makes Earth what it is. Without it, our planet would be a stranger. Subscribe to Why and How, and let's keep exploring the science of the impossible.